Today I'm going to talk about the shiny object syndrome. What's the shiny object syndrome to me? It's that condition, human condition, that what I've got, what somebody else has, somebody I have to have. The shiny object syndrome. It's that which takes us to spend beyond what we are capable of. Spend beyond what our salaries give us. If we don't make enough money, I'm going to go borrow it. Because I've got to have this new car. I've got to have this new furniture. It's about the external. How many times have you seen someone purchase something because somebody else purchased it? Because it's shiny, because it's new, because it's the thing to do. And I'm going to pose a scenario that I want everybody to think about as you watch my video and later on, in terms of what I'm talking about with the shiny object syndrome. You go to a dealership because you want to get a brand new car because somebody else got it, because you're in a group that, you know what, you got to have a car, you got to have this new car, you got to have this new thing. And you go to the dealership, and the dealership, they look up your credit, and maybe you have fair to average credit. And the dealership, the financing department knows that. So what are they going to do? They're going to sell you a car. No matter what happens, you're going to leave that dealership with a brand new car. Let's say it's not the dealership doing it. Let's say it's somebody that's helping you to do it. And you say, hey, I can't afford more than X amount per month. So the financing expert goes out and says, you know what? If you can't afford this much, I'm gonna recommend the lease. Which I have opinions about that, and I'm gonna do another video on it. But what do? They go to their finance department, they sit down, they brainstorm, they look at different options, they know the history, they know your credit score, they know everything, and what they do is they say, you know what? They come back and tell you, good news, we have approved you for the amount that you wanted. And guess what? They've approved you. You feel good. You're gonna walk out of here with this new shiny object. You're gonna get this new car. No matter what happens, you're gonna get this new car. You're gonna get this new thing that everybody else has, because it's the uniform that we have to wear to make others happy. It's the uniform that we have to wear so that others can applaud us. It's the external scorecard. I call it the external scorecard. What about your internal scorecard? Do you have a job? Do you have a way to pay this? How about if you took that money, which with average to fair credit, you may get the car at about, if you get lucky, 8% interest rate. If you don't, 11, 12% interest rate, who knows, right? But nobody ever asks that question, right? All they want to know is, can I afford this at the amount that I want? So the dealership says, you know what, we're going to get them the car and we're going to make it happen no matter what. So let's extend the lease. Let's extend the sale for another year so that we can extend not only the interest rate that they're paying the bank, but we can make them happy, make her happy by getting the vehicle they want at the monthly rate they want. They've just not only given you what you want, but they've done you a disservice. It doesn't matter that the disservice gets you in a situation where you're paying a car for 6 or 7 years. What matters is you got your car at the price, at the monthly rate you wanted. But did you look inside? Did you look at the interest rate? Did you look at how much you're going to be paying at the end of that lease, at the end of that 5 or 6 or 7 years in interests? Did you pose the question about what's the value of this car going to be when I walk out of the dealership? What's the value of this thing when I walk out? How much is it going to be worth? What am I going to be able to sell it for? What's the depreciation rate? How much interest am I going to pay? Everybody thinks it's just about a monthly payment. It's not about a monthly payment. It's about The banks knowing something we don't know, you don't know perhaps, is that by them extending your payments to 6 or 7 years, what they're doing is they're extending your interest rate payments that much more. The bank becomes very happy because it's a low risk for them, because it's a high interest rate, because you have a fair credit card, a credit score. And your fair credit score gets the bank happy, because you're being punished for not paying your bills on time, because the bank says, you know what, we're going to continue punishing this person. We're going to give them a car for 11% interest rate, and they're going to end up paying over $5,000 in interest rate in the life of the loan. It's good for them. It's good for business, because what they're doing now is, what if you took that money and you saved it for 5 years in a high yield interest rate savings account? How would that work? Many people don't know this. They think it's just about a payment. But you know what it really is? It's about that dopamine shot. It's about the shiny object. It's about appearing that you're something that you're really not in front of people that really don't matter. It is. That's all it's all about. I'm not criticizing anybody. I'm just saying it's about the bank getting their way in making a bunch of money on a loan that you could have probably spent a couple years saving money for, and then paid up a big amount up front, or maybe even buy a car without having to pay all these interest rates. How about that? How about if you take your money, saved it in a high yield savings account for 5 years, and delay the gratification? The biggest problem with the shiny object syndrome is that people are unwilling to delay gratification. They want it now. It's got to be X Twitter now. I want it now. I want to post it on my social media. I want to take a video. I want to take a picture. I want to send it to everybody that I know. I want people to ride my car. I want them to see the shiny object. I want them to see my chain. I want them to see my new thing, the new thing that I just bought. I want them to see it. I want it on my social media. Everybody else is doing it. Why not? It's just a monthly payment. When the banks get you at about 11% interest rate, they're laughing while you're thinking you got a great deal. Have a great day.